Hello. Are you gay? That's not an inappropriate question to ask, apparently, according to the new show that I've watched, TLC, My Husband's Not Gay. It's an actual show created by TLC because real people decided this was a thing. It's a show that takes place in Salt Lake City, Utah, that focuses on the lives of Mormons and how their husbands are not indeed gay, but are attracted to men. It's something they call SSA, which sounds too close to the word essay, but it's quite different. It means same-sex attraction, and it somehow does not equal gay. This show features a lot of sensitive topics, so if you identify as one of this, I hope you can watch this and just have a little fun with me. This is it's not as harsh as I think. It's light, and I think it's a decent look into the lives of some people. It's got a lot of questions that I'd like to ask, and just before the video starts, I'd like to say two things. One, follow me on my other channel, SideQuest Suvi. I don't care what orientation you are, as long as you're a fan. And the other one, I'd like to shout out Yukari, Camus, and Oliver for actually, those are the two cats, for actually giving me this video because it was very hard to find in Australia. In fact, it was impossible. I needed fans to actually help me. So, appreciate you for letting me watch a show genuinely called My Husband's Not Gay. Because that sounds like something you'd see in a South Park joke, but here we are. Also, while you're at it, just follow me at 16leo on my Instagram. That way you can give me ideas like this, or actually at this point find the clips for me. Appreciate you.
Do you know that moment when you're out with friends and you feel the pull of a bad habit creeping in? Let me introduce you to something way better. Fume. It's not about quitting. It's about finding an alternative that actually feels good. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device. It draws flavor to your mouth, not your lungs, with no vapor, no nicotine, and no batteries. It's guilt-free, non-toxic, and perfect to use anywhere. My favorite flavor? Crisp mint. It's refreshing, natural, and so much better than, well, those other things you might reach for. Plus, the device itself is an awesome fidget tool. It helps calm my nerves, especially when I'm editing for hours. Fume has already helped over 300,000 people build their better habits. And now, it's your turn. Go to tryfume.com/16leo, scan the QR code on screen, and grab a journey pack today. Use my code 16leo to get a free Fume topper and level up your experience. Trust me, your new healthier habit is just one click away.
Here we go. This is a hell of a show. Also, I realize I'm fashionably late. It looks like most of the commentary channels did a video on this. I don't know how everyone got it at the same time. I get my news from other people telling me because I am too lazy to look for it, and also I don't really love social media. But here I am in Salt Lake City, Utah. There is a group of Mormons who live their life a little differently.
We do love each other very much. We are best friends.
Oh, it was 1 second and I knew he was gay. I could already see it from the 1 second. I just knew it.
I like to say I've chosen an alternative to an alternative lifestyle.
I'm attracted to my wife, for sure.
All right, so within the first 10 seconds or 15 seconds, we have phrases like, my wife is my best friend, and I'm attracted to my wife, for sure. I feel like those are questions that you don't normally have to say, like, if you get married, it's like, we ideally just supposed to believe that you're attracted to your partner, but when someone keeps saying something, you're like, are you though? Why do you keep saying that? You know, if a guy came into a store and he's like, I'm black, I'm definitely black, I am indeed black. At some point you'd be like, this is a Pizza Hut, why are you doing this?
I'm definitely attracted to men, too.
All right, well, here we go. It's been 11 seconds, and we have the greatest twist in history. I love my wife, but I'm also attracted to men. All right, well, my first question is, they don't consider themselves bi-curious people for reasons I don't know why, but these men consider themselves straight men who are also attracted to other men. Now, I'll tell you what, I've seen a couple good-looking guys when I watch a movie. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, okay, it's a good-looking guy. But I don't think I've ever in my life been sitting with a girl in bed and then pushed her away and then been like, Denzel Washington. I love that. It doesn't really occur to me that would happen. So I feel like there is a fundamental difference, and I'd like to see how these guys think about it.
I get a little defensive when somebody calls my husband gay.
I would too, but then I would be a gay man and be like, why you keep saying that? But I'm not, and you're a straight woman and married to a gay man who's straight. There's a lot of... Okay. Hey, I got nothing. So then the title card plays and it says my husband's gay, and then it has a not sign kicking it out. So, I mean, even the people who made the show understand. They're like, you guys are You guys are gay. You know, I think this is, I forgot to say this. So this is like, feels like it shouldn't have to be said, but like your orientation is A-okay. Like, don't, obviously what you identify as is like, that's fine. We live in a great, we live in a society that at least somewhat accepts it compared to the past. So I would say that it's okay. But I guess the issue with these Mormon men is that they don't really feel that their religion accepts it because they're Latter-day Saints. And in the Bible or in the book that they read, they're like, it says a man should be with a woman. And so they've been raised to think what they think is wrong. And these feelings are not correct, which is kind of sad in my opinion. I mean, if you want to be gay, be gay. You know, there's nothing wrong with it.
My name's Jeff.
And I'm Tanya.
We've been married about 9 years. We've got one delightful son.
Can you imagine being this guy's friend as a straight man and your like relationship with your wife sucks? Like maybe you're getting a divorce and you're like, damn it, even gay Jeff has a better marriage than me. And then, you know, they call him gay Jeff.
And I guess one of the most unique things about our relationship is I experience SSA, or
I experience NAA, nice ass attraction. I experience it a lot. Sometimes it becomes a problem. Just want to squeeze them cheeks for weeks. All right, carry on, Jeff.
or same-sex attraction.
Not gay. SSA.
Not gay SSA. That's propaganda for you, if ever I've heard it. It's not the army, it's just a place where you pew 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 people. Okay, guys. Not gay SSA. All right. This wife's in denial. I mean, everyone's in denial, but look at her. The wife's so in denial, her face looks like she's female Hide the Pain Harold. Do you guys know what that is? It's that old meme where that old man looks like he's in pain. I haven't put it up for you. That looks like the same human.
Who will I notice first? A beautiful man walking down the street or a beautiful woman walking down the street? I'll notice the beautiful man.
Okay, the correct answer is my wife, firstly.
My wife.
Whether you failed that one. But secondly, okay, so 90% of him is leaning towards the guy, that hot, beautiful man running down the street on a hot, beautiful day, okay? So he's, I don't know, I guess in my worldview, I thought that was like, pretty clear. You like men, go get him, tiger. You know what I mean? Like if I like ice cream, I go and eat the ice cream. If you like a man, go eat him. Sorry. Jeffrey Dahmer, please, no.
9 times out of 10.
So it's somebody that is attracted to the same sex, but wants to be in a heterosexual relationship.
All right. I mean, let's break that down. The problem that I'm pretty sure everyone else has watching the show is like, he says he wants to be in a heterosexual relationship when I feel like a lot of, when you really break down the words that these guys are saying, it's less about them wanting to and more about what their culture is accepting off, and their friendships are accepting off, and the group they grew up in is accepting off, their families accepting off. It's less of a want and more of a necessity, because otherwise they won't fit in or they'll be ostracized for having a difference in opinion or lifestyle, which I feel is a main contributing factor to the want, because I don't know, like I feel like at one point one of them says, if I could be gay I would, and that really sucks, considering that, like, you know, you should be able to live the lifestyle that you choose, bro.
We're Latter-day Saints or Mormon, and the only acceptable expression of sexuality and romantic feelings is within
Ass kissing, literally. Sorry, what was it actually?
a marriage between a man and a woman.
So he said, I looked at the Book of Mormon, it says a man and woman, and we gotta do the crazy nasty things, right? I guess that's what he's saying. Like the book that he grew up believing in, the thing that he believes in, puts his faith in, sort of denounces the lifestyle that deep down he might want to choose. And I can see like how it must really be pretty sucky if you have all these feelings and you can't really express them. Oh man, I feel sorry for Jeffrey.
When Jeff told me about his same-sex attraction, it was definitely the worst time in our relationship. He's finally gonna say, I love you. And instead he said,
No shit, lady. No shit. When Jeff told me he was gay, I was like, oh my god, this was the worst.
I think you need to know that I'm attracted to men.
How did that come up though? I really want to know how that came up. Like, were they watching TV and like he watched a guy and he's like, honey, I don't just watch WWE to see who wins every night. Because really, I'm the biggest winner when you go to bed. Honey. How did he say it? How do you just randomly, like, after years be like, I'm gay? Sorry, I don't know. I've been meaning to tell you.
And I was crushed. I thought he was telling me, I'm done with this relationship.
I think in some way he was, lady. I think he was. For as big as a denial or repressed feelings as the men on this episode features, a lot of these women, it feels like they're in supreme levels of denial. Like, I'm not really sure where their place. They're like willing to accept this, be like, my husband is really attracted to other guys. It's a bit annoying sometimes, but you know, he's just being himself. I don't know how that would work for me. Like, feels like these women are just, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be able to like cope with it. I
I knew I loved him. I knew I wanted to spend the rest of my life with him. So he sent me home with books and I was devastated
Yeah, like a librarian, huh? Sending you home with books. What books? Why is he sending you? What? I'm gay. And she's like, oh my God. And then he's like, here, distraction. Then she started reading. I don't understand what that sentence was. I'm assuming some knowledge on the subject. Here, it's called not gay, but close. Like, well, all right.
So I didn't know what I was facing. I didn't know that a girl could be with a guy that was attracted to men.
Hey, you're telling me, sister, I'm sitting here now wondering if that's really even possible, or if you two are just playing the charade up for friggin' views. Like, I don't really know if it's still possible. So, we're learning.
Oh, silly. Keep going.
Oh yeah, by the way, how do you think the kid's gonna feel when one day kid grows up and is like, let me watch TLC because it's the only thing that'll survive after the impending war on the world? TLC is like a cockroach, it'll just keep going. And she's watching and she's like, oh, that's my dad's gay. Well, that makes complete sense.
All right. I know lots of other of my friends that are in these same type of marriages, that are in good relationships, and none of us feel oppressed.
Hold on. Shh. What? All right, Utah. Let me actually check up. Is same-sex marriage legal in Utah? Well, there it is. It's been legal since 2014. Come on, guys. That was really bad sentence in Utah's with the program. Why are you guys not?
We've chosen to be here.
My name is Brett.
Well, that's one couple, but we're actually taking a look at 3 couples and 1 man who is waiting to become a couple. The second person we take a look at is Brett and Megan. I don't know why I said Brett so amazingly, but his name is Brett. Like, he's Zell away from pretzel. So, I mean...
My name is Megan. I got you! Brett and I have been married for 8 years. We met when we were 15.
He looks at her the way that he would look at something he regrets. I don't know how to explain the look that he's giving, but he looks at someone, you know when you look at something, you're like, I shouldn't have done that. That's how when he looks at her, that's how I feel that he's looking at her like, whew, it's a bad day for Brett.
I was always interested in him, but the feelings weren't reciprocal for obvious reasons.
I'm just gonna say it. He's the pretty one. Sorry, but that's just the truth. I feel like girls have this problem, right? I've definitely had friends who've been like, oh, he's so beautiful. Unfortunately, why is he gay? Something like that. And I feel like this is like on some level, these girls are like, yes, I get a best friend and also my partner. I mean, a girlfriend and a partner. So I don't know. Maybe I'm still trying to figure out what their trajectory is. They're either very accepting of their husband's lifestyle or just delusional, and I'm not sure which one it is.
Growing up, I thought for a long time that I was gay. I thought that these feelings defined me.
I guess it's just unfortunate. I feel like the thing that I'm seeing that everyone is talking about at the end of the day is the fact that it all is about their religion and culture that is stopping them from maybe actually saying like, because he's like, I thought I was gay, but it turns out I just feel gay. I just want to be. But like, really, I don't need to be. I got this thing here. I married that, so we're good.
I feel like I'm the winner of life's lottery. Like, have you seen her?
Brett, I feel like do you know that people who win the lottery win things? Okay, buddy. All right, that's good. At least you know how to lie well. All right.
Was kind of the first thing that goes through every woman's mind. Will he be attracted to me?
I don't think every woman dates a gay man. Ever. I'm not sure. Like, that feels like a lot of insecurity. Like, you know, if he's like, I'm hanging out with the homies and you're like, oh, shit, not again. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. That all right, okay. This is definitely a different kind of relationship, I guess, that we're dealing with. Maybe I'm just too stuck in the past. I need to open up more and be like, maybe I need to realize that I can marry someone who could also be gay or something, I guess.
At the same time, though, it was, well, at least he doesn't have anybody else to compare me to.
Oh, this woman is so either delusional or positive. I'm still not sure which. Because, I mean, imagine your husband or your spouse being like, I'm gay, and you're like, ha! Now you don't have any other comparison, so you'll never know how good I am in bed or bad. She really put a positive spin on something that I didn't even think was... I don't even... Wow. She's a very positive lady.
Specifically sat down with her and said, hey, Lily, your dad thinks men is cute.
Lily is like 2 years old, by the way. And they're like, we haven't really told Lily that dad's he's gay. But because, like, you know, she's still learning the word dad. But once she learns dad, then I'll be like, dad plus dad equals bad. You know what I mean? But now we take you onto a different couple, and this is just amazing.
And about 4 years ago, Curtis came to me one morning and told me that he had same-sex attraction. I didn't think he was...
So these two have been married 20 years. 16 years into the marriage, Curtis wakes up and is like, dude, I'm gay. I'm not actually, I'm close to gay. 16 years with you. I feel a little sorry for the lady. After 16 years, 20 years of marriage, after 16 years, she's like, happy 16th anniversary. What would you like? And he's like, maybe just male strip club. Maybe. Come on, let's both enjoy ourselves. You can stay at home.
It was confusing and I didn't know who to talk to at the time. But I knew that there was a way for us to work through it.
I mean, honestly, I'm not even mad at this lady. After 16 years, it feels like you'd have way too much to lose. At this point, it's, wow. I guess in a marriage, sometimes the sad thing or like the very interesting thing is that people can hold on to these secrets for seemingly 16 years and not really be living to whatever their full heart's content is, which is very sad to think about on both sides. Because on one side, this lady could have not possibly known, and on the other side, Curtis maybe hasn't given himself the full ability to live because of whatever his religion or something, and that's really sad. I feel like this one's sad.
I knew he still loved me. I knew he always loved me.
If someone can experience sexual attraction towards both women and...
Oh, he was gay. Oh, okay. Well, how do you not know that? I'm sorry. It's just the way he was talking. I was like, oh, okay. All right. He opened his mouth. I knew. Okay. All right, lady.
They'll show you that sexuality is fluid. It changes. But ultimately, when it comes to our faith and our belief, what matters is how we act.
I guess the best explanation of them not referring to themselves as bi-curious is Curtis just saying that it's fluid, and in his religion it's man and woman. So like that's the underlying theme that I can see that everyone is going through with. But like as we'll see in the coming few minutes, that they seem like gay men.
Our spiritual beliefs are very important to us, which is why we frequently find time to pray with our friends.
I thought he said play with our friends. I was like, what kind of spiritual life you living, bro? So everyone meets together. They have a SSA club where all of the men meet each other and they talk about, you know, their feelings towards other men while their wives are there, of course, because Lord forbid their wives leave the situation with 4 men who have SSA. SAA. God, USSR, huh?
But not everybody we hang out with is attracted to men.
This is Rob. This is Jeff and Tanya and Brett and Megan.
So for whatever reason, they bring in Rob. I call him Straight Rob because he's straight and his name's Rob. And he's not part of the community. He don't know nothing about it. They didn't even tell him. So Rob didn't even know these guys were, you know, SAA men, sorry. And once he finds out, he starts Mormonizing them. So then these homies start praying together. It's what you do on a Saturday. Some people drink, some people pray. It's good. Everybody's praying, not playing.
If it was accepted to be a homosexual in the church, would I be gay? Or would I live that lifestyle? Maybe 8 or 9.
Ooh, you caught you slipping there, buddy. He didn't even say the lifestyle. He's like, if it was acceptable, would I be gay? I mean, would I choose to live that lifestyle? Oh. And then he says the words a decade ago, hell yeah. He literally says yes. You need to take away that 8 or 9 years ago bullshit, because he's just saying that because he met his wife this long ago. And then he's like, now I have her, so I'm fine. But really what he's saying is like, yes, I would. If it was acceptable within my religion and my church to say yes, I absolutely would. Which is sad, because this dude should just live his... Ugh. Okay, then Rob says some of the most weird shit I ever heard. He's like, look, ever since I found out that Curtis was SAA, that I feel like his wife is crazy. And then he says like, look, every time this happens, and then I was like, pause. How often does it happen that Rob is like normal? He's like, yeah, I've seen this happen before. Yep, just another case of SAA. I can't say that word.
There's a lot of SSA in Argentina.
Is it SSA? Have I been doing it wrong the whole... God damn. Same ass attraction is what I meant.
Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah, that's a big problem down there too.
God, a big problem. Rob. What's his name? Curtis. What's his name? Rob. Come on. You're literally... These homies invited you to their homes. Nothing wrong. They're homies, okay? Don't call that a problem. Rob is too... This is the issue. This is the people that the other members who have SSA look at in the church. They're judged clearly by someone who's even coming into their own home saying it's wrong to be like this. So I can completely see why these people are like... It just feels sad to me now.
Well, the whole act is against the teachings of the gospel. In the Mormon faith, we do not practice homosexuality.
Yeah, clearly, you couldn't even say the word correctly, bro. I mean, Rob is out here to stop preaching. Normally, you know, on a Sunday, a Mormon person might ask you, have you heard about the good word? And you close your door on them and you're like, hell no. But in Salt Lake City, you invite them into your homes and they do the same thing. Make you feel like shit if you live a different lifestyle, I guess.
Don't know the difference between having a gay lifestyle and having the same-sex attraction.
Okay, there's not that much big a difference in the sense that I feel like this lady 100% believes that living a gay lifestyle involves you going to a club, saying yas a lot, and then dancing and doing, leather assless chaps and stuff like that. I feel like she's just watched a few movies and then been like, heathens, and then just, absolutely distance herself from that. I don't think she thinks that it's like a normal for some reason.
It would make no difference whether Pret was going and having inappropriate relationships with a man, or if I was going and having inappropriate relations with a man.
In a very weirdly sweet way, Pret's wife defends Pret's gayness by saying like, look, whatever, our book doesn't teach you that. It's like it just teaches you if you act on them, then it's a problem. So like he can feel whatever he wants. So in a very weird, odd, sweet way, she's defending her man and his ability to love other men. So this series, this is complicated.
He has made to be married to me. And when people question whether he is...
How is she saying this without, not laughing? Pret, I don't think people realize how strong Pret is for trying to be married to this. Okay? He could be with hunks, with six-packs, jacked up. Pret's, in the background. Oh, yeah, he could be with that, but he chooses this every day.
Living up to his true identity. No, I know that he has made the choice that is the most...
There Pret is again, looking with his face like, don't make me regret this, girl.
True to himself.
I see you guys showing up with your beautiful wives.
Questionable, but okay, go on.
And you just look like regular people to me.
Okay, there are regular people, bro. It's not like they're different human beings or something. They're still human beings. I mean, let's not go that far. You look like regular guys. You regular people. He didn't even say guys. He said regular people. You don't look like weirdos. Weirdos with weird life choices who I would never come back to, which I won't. Yeah.
I do not understand SSA.
Hey, look, I don't understand it either, Rob, but we're learning, right? We're learning that it might be a consequence of these people having such a devotion to the faith that they're willing to actually not sit down and say, this is who I am because of their love of the faith. So that actually, if anything, is a testament to how beautiful they actually believe in this. So I don't know what to think, but I do know I have one question, Roberto. Why do so many people in Utah, why is there so many SSA in Utah? What is that about? Are the men just really hot? Are the women just really ugly? What is, can someone please, I need to know, what the hell is going on in Utah? Salt Lake City, man. What's in the water?
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
But I see people as people.
Oh, Rob's still here. He's like, I don't get it. It's horrible. I don't know. I thought they were normal human beings, but I don't judge them. These human beings, I don't judge those guys at all. Those things, I don't judge it.
Not by their sexual orientation.
Those are good straight cuts.
Yep, straight as a gay guy.
All right, then. Okay. So it's the next day. The homies are gathering to play some basketball. Most of them look like they've never touched a ball in their life, even though lots of them seem like they wanted to in some capacity. But they're playing basketball, except maybe not for the reasons that most people play basketball, right? You know, you're trying to get dunked, and maybe even if you're, you know, really aggressive, you dunk and then you do something called you teabag someone's face because you put your nuts in their face to get a mouthful of nuts. It's a very insulting thing between basketball players, but in this case, it almost seems as if they want to get that done to them, I guess.
To say, friends, we're gonna go play basketball, and we're gonna bring my friend Tom.
Oh, one's wearing a do-rag for some reason. All right then, Jeff. Jeff's wearing a do-rag. He looks like he's a blood. He's a blood in Utah.
You ladies ready to play a little ball? My name's Tom. I'm 34 years old. If we're gonna go play a little basketball, you mind taking the do-rag off?
Tom is 34 years old. He is the only one in the group who's never kissed a girl or a guy or been in a relationship of any capacity. He's also the most self-aware of his situation, and I think he puts it into the best word. He's like really, it feels like when I listen to him, I'm like I can understand the situation more. He puts it into quite good perspective.
It's not really a thing.
It's not?
You mind if we join?
Well, do-rag is a thing, but it's more for, you know, not white people from Utah. You don't have to protect your hair against anything, buddy. So then, yeah, they decide that they're gonna play against some shirtless hunks of some caliber. And then one of them even says, we'll be shirts, you be skins. That's a term for like, we'll wear shirts and you take your shirts off so we can identify who's on whose team. But really what they're saying is, oh my God, let me look at those abs that can grate cheese on them because they're rock hard.
We'll be shirts, you be skins.
And then this dude makes the, honestly, he is the gayest layup I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen someone jump. Like, I almost heard the woo sound, like when he did it. Look, take the do-rag off and live your real life, Jeff.
Other than my deep and abiding love for Broadway show tunes and the attraction to males, those are the two things that are kind of gay about me.
I love Tom. Tom's my favorite. That was hilarious. He's funny. I do like Tom.
Any of them dangerous for you?
Maybe one.
So then Jeffrey looks at Pret and they're like, hey, is any of them dangerous? And you're thinking, oh man, he's wearing a do-rag. Are you talking about like one of them gonna stab me? No. They're talking about a danger scale in which the guys have created from 1 to 4. Arbitrary, I know. In which they say the number 1 to 4, and the higher the number, the more dangerous it is of them actually leaving their wives and risking it all. That's actually what the danger scale is.
This whole one in gray.
That's what I'd say. When I'm out with the guys, yeah, we'll look at other guys, for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like when we're the straight guys with the guys, we look at a girl, you're like, God damn, woo! Sorry about that, man. I'll have one. I don't even know why I said that. Yeah, I get it. He's with the homies. He's looking at the homies. That's fine. I'm with the homies. I look at the girl homie. It's good. It's my boy.
That is attractive to me, and I didn't even realize it.
The danger scale goes from 0 to 4. A 1 on the danger scale is you notice, you look.
Right, okay. Well, maybe we should have a danger scale for everyone. Maybe it shouldn't just be for men who have SSA, right? I would have went up to 10, but anyway, it's up to 4. Number 1 is you look at someone. That's a 1.
A 2 means you looked again.
Oh, shit. Okay, 2 is a double take. Like a, damn. Guy has nice hair, too. Wow. All right.
A 3? You'd be tempted to turn around and look again and again.
Okay, that's not a huge distinction, 2 and 3, but I guess it's like, wow, nice balls. Oh my God, nice hair as well. And then you almost turn around fully and introduce yourself. I'm Jeff. The do-rag, nothing.
4 pretty much means you're requiring restraints.
Okay, huge jump from 3 to 4, because 4 is hold me back or I'll, stop biting him in that sensual way. All right, you guys need more numbers in that system because that's a huge jump. But anyway, yes.
2.5.
Really? I'd go higher than that.
That's some danger.
That's why the basketball's been fun.
All right, so Jeff says 2.5 for the guy who looks like Vin Diesel, and Pret is like, I'd go higher. He doesn't even say how high he would go, but at least a 3. So Pret might risk his marriage for a random dude playing basketball because he really wants that lifestyle. Pret, live it. While Pret is checking out another guy, Tom informs everyone that their wives are there. Like the police, he's like, your wives are here. Come on, put your shirt back on. Come on, Jeff. Put the do-rag back on. And the wives are, of course, let's be honest, they're here to bring water, but what they really do is to like police the guys so that they don't actually do anything crazy. Let's be real, that's why the wives are here, which is it's just crazy system of living that they've got going on here.
I want to meet a girl and like her and say, by the way, I'm attracted to guys. I'm 34 years old. I've never kissed a girl.
That's a bombshell and a half. Going on a date and you kiss the girl and you're like, by the way, I'm attracted to guys. And she's like, oh my God, why? How bad was I? And you're like, no, it's SSA. I'll explain that. I'll explain the whole thing later.
I've never kissed a guy either, but I've never kissed a girl.
So we can set you up?
If he's tall, just kidding.
Yeah, so, the girls who are married to their straight husbands try and set Tom up. And I mean, this is the closest we ever get to a guy on the series, on the episode, just being himself. I mean, he seems really comfortable in his ability to like, I mean, he's talking about guys and he's like saying like, yeah, if he's tall, and then he says, just kidding, and was like, I want a girl. And you get those little moments where you're like, dude, just go for it, man. Live your life, bro.
You're sure you want us to set you up with a woman?
Well, I'm interested in men. I'm just not interested in men.
That's pretty much the show, isn't it? Everyone does one of these, and then we just move on. It's like, it's your choice, buddy. But like, they basically set up Tom with a girl, and he will come meet her in the next few days. Meanwhile, Jeff explains that he met his partner on a blind date, which is like, yeah, obviously. At this point, it's like, are you even attracted to your wife, though? Is this just your homie? Isn't it just your homie?
And so I think there is hope.
You have somebody in mind right now?
It might as well have been a blind date. Tom was just like sitting down and they were like, move on. And every time Tom's like, hello, I'm Tom, SSA, looking for a lady to just get it over with. Are you that somebody?
Yeah, I think we could find one. She's pretty cute.
I've got a friend of mine that I would like to set him up with.
How much do you hate your friend, lady? Why are you setting her up for failure? Huh? You're not a real friend.
Her own. I think she's really cute, so who knows? I think it can work, at least for one night.
She's literally trying to pump this motherfripper out, okay? She literally said, like, look, Tom, at least you can get one night of hot sex with a lady. If this was, like, a straight man right now, he would have high-fived that girl and been like, you are the best fucking wing woman I've ever seen. I'm so glad my homie married you. But for a gay man, it's like, what? One night with a girl? Ew. What's wrong with you? So the wives go for a hike in Utah, and they even bring along another girl who doesn't know what SSA is. She's one of the friends, like sister-in-laws, and they choose to tell her about the situation, and she's very shocked. Obviously.
When you're married to an SSA guy, he tends to be your girlfriend and your husband, and so you isolate yourselves from your real girlfriends.
This show really, like, honestly, it's mind-boggling. My mind is getting boggled. Saying stuff like my husband is like my girlfriend. Yeah, when I need to gossip and talk shit, I don't talk to other girls. I talk to my husband about the other girls, and he talks back because he's gay.
Because we're Mormon, our guys don't go to the bars and drink. They don't, sit around and play poker or go to strip clubs together or anything like that.
Okay, well, newsflash, lady, you don't have to be a Mormon to not do that. Most guys don't usually go to strip clubs every day and play poker and play strip poker with each other. And I don't know what you think is happening, but most homies can also sit around and play video games and not really just get sauced and wrecked. It's not like a religious thing that other people want to be healthy in their lives.
They do it by going to the gym. They'll hang out and watch movies. With the SSA,
they go to the gym. Is anyone going to tell her?
We're so different in so many ways.
What is SSA? So our husbands are actually attracted to men?
Weird way to find out, right? You hike up a mountain, you're like a beautiful view, and then one of the girls nudges you and she's like, you know what my husband thinks is a beautiful view? Other men. Ha ha! Because he might be gay.
Wow, that sounds challenging. can be. So are they gay or not?
Then one of the women starts getting defensive because she hates that word. She's like, it's not gay, it's SSA.
I get a little defensive when somebody calls my husband gay. Not that I think there's anything wrong with that, but I don't feel like my husband identifies with it, and I don't identify my husband as being gay either.
These women seem sweet, right? Everybody on the show seems like nice people. I'm not looking at them and being like, you eggheads. Everyone I'm looking at, I'm like, oh, this is an unfortunate circumstance that you're in due to a set of beliefs that maybe don't, with all due respect, maybe at least fit into Western society in 2024. Let's at least logically say that. I'm sorry. It's probably people who are like hating me for that, but I feel like that's tough. And it seems like they want to give each other the best life they can possibly give. The guy is trying to give the wife like the best life that he can while still feeling this way, and the girl is trying to accommodate the guy while he feels like that. They seem like nice people. That's what's sad to me. Sorry, lady.
And same-sex attraction is just a part of them and part of who they are. What made you brave enough to decide, yeah, let's get married?
Oh yeah, that's a really good question by the lady whose husband is straight.
I had already discovered that I loved him.
Damn, that doesn't make any sense because I discovered that I loved Anne Hathaway and I don't know if she understands that. Since she's married to someone else, I'm not sure if she understands. I'm hoping that one day she will, but like, you know, I guess once you discover that you love someone, it doesn't automatically mean that you get married, is what I'm saying, since they could have autonomy and love someone else. Okay.
Out of all of the women, he chose me, and out of all of the men.
That's what Jeff says.
So yeah, Megan is like extremely positive about the situation. Instead of being a bit like back offish, she's like, look, he could have chose any guy or any girl and he went with this. He's the bravest man in the planet.
Too, yeah. But he's definitely more attracted to men than women.
Damn, that is tough to say about your husband. I don't know if I could live with that, lady.
How does that affect your sex life? And
oh my God, she's asking such good questions, by the way.
Know what it's like to be with what you would call a straight guy, and now what some people might call gay, and...
Well, I don't know what to say about that. It's baller. She tasted every flavor of the rainbow. All you need to do is ditch a gay Jeff and shack up with Megan over there and you'll be fine. You'll be sweet.
Heterosexual couple. We have sex, once a week? Probably more when we have time.
Is someone gonna tell her or... Okay. Well, look, lady... You know what? Everyone's different. Maybe once a week is like perfectly okay with most people. I don't know. That might be good. Maybe. I mean, look. She looked at Jeff, and Jeff was like, "Yeah, once a week. That's actually too much."
Probably more when we have time.
This is one of the sexiest things I ever heard. By the way, we have sex like what, once a week? We even have sex sometimes more if we have time. Sometimes we had it once. We had it one time. We had twice. We did sex. Mostly it was just me, but anyway.
I think that my husband and I probably have a better sex life than any of our straight friends that we know.
I like how she says straight. Like, she knows that her husband's gay. She's just like, she flexes that too. 100%. She's like, yeah, your husband's a straight and mine has better sex. Yeah, me and my gay husband have better sex than you and your straight, chubby, dirty, disgusting husband. Damn. You knew she's throwing that back in their faces.
For the most part, I am a fully satisfied woman.
I don't know what to make of this. I have no comment. I mean, the two of them have kids. So, you know, everything seems to be working. I feel like if they're going for it, they're going for it. There's nothing wrong with that. These women seem like they're doing well. I don't know if it's denial, delusion, or something else, but everyone seems happy here on paper. So then two of the homies and ladies meet up for an early dinner, and they look at the waiter, and he is like, immediately, as soon as you see him, you're like, okay, that's a gay man. And then you can also see that the two men's are looking at him, because he's like, what would you like on the menu? And I know Jeffrey's thinking you with a side of you.
Can I get you all an appetizer to start? You know, your hummus looked good. Your hummus plate.
You know, your hummus looked like you. Good. I'll have two of that. And the hummus as well. I'm straight, by the way. But not really.
Excellent. Great. We'll try it. Okay? Thanks.
Damn, you can see her, the lady, Jeff's wife. She was like, "You're really gonna do that in front of me, huh?" Damn, I've never seen. She got salty in Salt Lake City.
I found it's more freeing to just acknowledge, yeah, that is a beautiful man.
This wife has the patience of a saint, a Latter-day Saint. Let's just, I mean, come on, wow. Hey man. she makes it work somehow. This man is out here like, I am not, you know what? I'm full because I've been looking at eye candy all day, bitch.
I'd say you need a little more of the masculine butch. You need more of the all-American guy.
That's your type.
Well, yeah, sure.
How can you not be gay and have a type? This man thought about it. He's like, yeah, he's not. I mean, but I like to honk. But I'm not. I like my wife. My wife, she's so nice. But really, seriously, you know, if you know anyone, just.
At first, in our marriage, it was awkward, and it was not awkward. It was just.
She looks like KSI, doesn't she? She looks like a Mormon lady KSI. Check this out. Yeah, she looked like KSI. Who would have thought? Wow, hilarious. I was wondering why I wanted to laugh every time I saw her face. You put a headband on it and stuff. It's KSI.
And so finally, I just had to say, just do it.
Just take a good look. I'm like, okay. Oh.
All right. That's really happening. So that's happening. Don't know what to say about that. I guess that is just very accepting wives right there.
You know, if I was drugged and forgot I was married to you.
What the fuck?
And I was in a back alley and, well, in some dark corner with romantic music. Would anything happen?
What the hell sentence is that? This man literally said I don't even know if I can say that, but he said that on camera. And he's talking about like if that happened to me and I wasn't married. So in his fantasy, someone would put something in his drink, slip him a lewd in his drink or something, and then he wakes up a single man. That seems like, brother, if you're gonna have fantasies like that wild, you gotta come to terms with what you're feeling. That's a crazy thing to even say.
Half the time, we don't have the same taste, so it's like, really?
Yeah, because he likes gay men, and you clearly seem to like straight men, but for whatever reason are putting up with. I don't even understand what this is, but obviously.
So we do have arguments.
So who would be a 4 on your danger scale?
Yeah, women.
They're having a conversation of, like, to their husbands about who their husbands would leave them for, which is monumentally hilarious when you think about it. Now the husbands are like, look, 4 on the scale, remember, is I would like be tempted to leave. This guy says that someone at gym was a 4. And the funny part is he doesn't even know his name. This is just a random dude.
Can be on the danger scale too. Obviously my wife's a 4.0 given our relationship.
So there, for context, his wife is a 4, so he married his wife, who's a 4.0 on the scale. So the person that he came closest to leaving his wife for is someone who is a 3.95 on the danger scale.
Never get his name, but he was at the gym.
And it's a man who he didn't get the name off. He was just someone who was at the gym, and his muscles were so glistening from the sweat that he said, I am.
How's that goat cheese salad?
Very tasty. Good goat cheese.
He said it's yummy. So this guy's not even looking at the food. They didn't even eat the food. The guy was like, how was the food? And he's like, yummy. The food? Yeah, no, it tastes adequate. Yeah, it's all right. This man would leave his wife for someone at the gym. He'd risk it all for that. And also, he was apparently going to risk it all for the waiter. I feel like we just got... Come on.
My favorites.
Yeah. Did you milk it yourself?
Sometimes.
Are we going?
Then he starts flirting with the dude. The wife is even like, are we going to go home together? Are you going to get a takeaway bag for the fucking waiter?
Going home together? Or...
God. Jeffrey, just go home with a guy. You know you want to. So it's one day before the date. Tom is getting dressed up. He's dressed up like Adam Sandler. I don't think there's any issue with it. I think he looks pretty good like Adam Sandler dress style. But he's not really happy to change his clothing. Although they go into the store and they start checking out the products. And by products, I don't mean the fashion. I mean the other guys in the store.
Let's just say that I have a huge crush on Tom Brady.
Don't worry, dude. We all do. Even the straight ones. He's Tom Brady. It's okay.
So what kind of guy are you into?
Usually taller, like Ryan Reynolds.
Again, dude, don't worry. I mean, us straight people, it's Ryan Reynolds and it's Deadpool. Most guys wouldn't say no to that.
Why?
It's okay, guys. I don't even think that's really... You're not really stretching the imagination, okay? You gotta say someone who's really, like, dank looking. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know who... You gotta say Shaq on, like, a bad day. Shaq on a bad hair day. And I know he's bald. Something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta really stretch that imagination for us to really feel like that.
That's Jay.
We know him.
Yeah.
Well, that's Jay.
Yeah. Hey, Jay. What's up, man?
How's it going?
So there was this guy in the store that Brett and I knew from.
I think it's the way that their body language is. Like, it's hard not to notice. Like when Jeff was like, that's Jay. It's like, oh, okay, come on. You know, and then like, I don't know in every country and stuff, but I know like you meet your homie, like, what's up, G? And like, they were like, what? No, bring it in. Let's touch tips. Okay, maybe not that, but you know what I mean.
Years ago in the SSA community.
So apparently Jay was he's a member who used to be of the SSA community, but now he's off the SS gay community because he's like, look, I am what I am, and he's there with his partner, and it's a very good look. Actually, this is probably one of the best parts in the whole episode, where they have a couple who's gay who asks the men who are in the SSA community how they feel and why they didn't defect yet.
What are you guys up to?
We set Tom up on a date for tonight.
Is that a boy or a girl?
How dare you? A girl.
You're going on a date with a girl?
And this man, I feel like he's not from Utah. I don't know where he's from, but he's clearly not part of the picture. He's like, why are you going on a date with a girl? You're clearly not attracted to women. It's just in the way that he said it. He's like, you're going on a date with a girl? Really? What the fuck?
I experienced the feelings, but I've chosen to find a wife, get married, have kids.
Why?
I've just always wanted that, I think. Some of that comes from religion.
You know what? That's a really great question by the man in the beanie who looks like he's from 2011, about to start shuffling anytime. Good question. Why? Why is a great question. And Tom answers it to the best of his ability. I can genuinely see where both sides are coming from. I feel like sitting in this conversation enough, you can see that these people are devoted to their faith, or at least been brought up in a faith they find to be very comforting in the way that they live their life. And, you know, who am I to tell them that's not okay?
For me, faith.
I've actually never heard of SSA until today. Like,
yeah, me too.
I know of people who struggle with homosexuality, but still want to be LDS.
If someone says he's gay, it means that you're in relationships with men.
Thank you. Captain Obvious. Appreciate that. What happens when people say they're lesbian? Because Drake said it once in a song, and I'm still trying to figure out, is he Ellen? What's really happening there?
So did either of you try being with a man and experimenting with that, or?
I mean, I did date a few men a bit before I got married.
Okay. Well, okay. Brother, okay. All right. I didn't know Jeff did that. This whole time, I thought he was like suppressing. So he's done it before. What's the issue then, Jeff? You did it. You probably liked it. Don't tell me you didn't like it, because you're still out here trying every type of eye candy you possibly can. You're gonna get cavities with all that eye candy you've been trying to bite into.
And yet, for me anyway, it felt like there was something missing. So being with a woman fit more than being with a guy did, even though they were all good relationships. I don't
know, Jeff. I feel like it's just something that you saw in a book of yours.
Certainly understand why some gay people would feel the term SSA or same-sex attraction is offensive.
I don't know if we have anyone in the comments identifies as something, but can someone tell me in the comments? Like, is it offensive? Does it seem offensive? Because what they're saying is that you're born, like, you have these feelings, and what you choose to do on it is like, that basically defines them. And I feel like they're saying, like, you have a choice to do SSA all the time.
I was certainly born with some homosexual attractions. But what we say is there's still a choice in our behaviors.
I don't know if that's the same as me saying, like, I'm brown, but I choose to be white, and then going into the store and being like, hello, sir. I don't know if that's a very white thing to do. I'm just saying. I don't think many people would be like, all right, suntan, get your ass back in the seat. So I feel like in some ways it could be seen as offensive to other people. If I had to apply it to, like, seeing a person of color act, or, like, you know, try not to be like who they are, I guess I can see it. It doesn't really, it's just you trying to find yourself, really.
Yeah, I was active LDS, and I referred to myself as SSA. I was committed to, you know, that path of either celibacy or possibly marrying a woman.
I'm sorry. My choice was either to not have sex or marry a woman. I chose celibacy, of course. God. Oh, that's a dank.
You know, people say be true to yourself, and to me, am I supposed to be true to this, or am I supposed to be true to that? Because neither one of them feels exactly optional to me.
That's probably one of the most, the rawest moments in the show. This dude said, like, neither one of them feels like an option. Because what he's saying is, this is how I feel, this is how I was born, this is how it feels to be that. As long as I'm in the church, in this community, it is unacceptable to be that. So I'm either this or this. There's no in between for me. And each side is pulling. And that's tough, man. That's a real line that guy just said there.
Over time, I decided that gay wasn't a big bad monster that other people seemed to think it was, and the word gay wasn't going to define me.
Woo! Preach it, brother. Oh, damn. Okay. J for president. J, not SSA. SSJ.
I was going to define the word gay.
You ever been tempted to try this side of things?
That attraction's just not there.
But
yeah, then the SSA guys are like, have you ever wanted to marry a woman? And then the dude's like, no. Hell no.
Just because, you're not familiar with the equipment doesn't mean the...
It's the same thing. Like, it would be like asking a straight man, like, have you ever been tempted to, like, suck it?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, most men would fight you over that, just to say it in a statement alone and be like, all right, bro, let's tussle.
Learning curve isn't fun.
If they like...
Okay, men's is beautiful, but, like, if you're not attracted to them, you can't feign your attraction. I feel like there's some nice-looking dudes, but, like, I can't. Like, I know what I like, and I feel like it's the same. You know what you like. You gotta do it.
Guys, they should date them, hook up with them. If you like guys, like guys.
It's simple. If you like girls, like girls. If you like horses, get help. Seriously, you're a human being, dude.
Tanya and I just have to get the house ready for the dinner party tonight.
Ah, yes, it's finally time for the DP. Which is dinner party. And Tom is coming dressed like a suave man. He's ready to go on a date with a female.
I think me and the guys are gonna go camping in a few weeks.
In between, my boy Jeff decides to drop a zinger on his wife. He says, we're going camping in a few weeks, me and the men. And you can tell by her reaction, she's watched the movie Brokeback Mountain.
Camping?
Yeah, there it is.
What's that look?
Camping, other men, weeks, bitch, please. If Anne Hathaway couldn't convince Jake Gyllenhaal with her titties that he needed to be straight, then I'm definitely not going to either.
Who's going?
A couple guys you don't know.
Then he says a couple guys you don't know. So he's going with a couple guys that she's not even aware of.
How well do you know these guys?
Uh-oh.
I don't know them very well, actually.
Okay, pause, Jeffrey. You shouldn't even be going on camping with guys that you don't know too well. That's just, in general, that's dangerous. Nobody go camping with strangers, bruh. That's crazy. I mean, his boner is so strong that he was willing to go out into the open plains with random men because he wants to get it on. But it turns out his wife has a point for being angry because an incident occurred a couple years ago.
When my husband goes on these overnight trips, I've been concerned. Just because anything can happen.
They're pitching tents, and they don't even have equipment. Type beat.
There was one time a couple of guys slept over at my house.
This man is gay, okay? Just let him be the way that he wants to be. I've seen him so long. He's like looking, he said 9 times out of 10, guys are beautiful. He's looking at the waiter. He's checking out every single guy. He was at the gym ready to risk it all. He's going camping with guys in a few weeks. He had an incident where guys slept over at his house, and they don't even say what happens, but they're like, they allude to it.
And let's just say things got a little out of control.
I trust you, but that doesn't mean that some other person's not going to try something on you.
From what I can surmise from that, Jeff woke up and was like, look, honey, I was sleeping over with a couple guys. I don't know what happened, but I woke up and Darren had his face in my balls. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe he thought it was his wife's balls. I don't understand. But he kept going, and I said, Darren, what I didn't even know. I said, Daddy, don't you stop. But he started it. I just finished.
Tom, you here?
Let's get this over with. I'm just not sure that I'll meet a woman that I feel attracted to enough that I can...
Tom is ready for his date, and he feels like he's a bit nervous because he doesn't know if he's really going to be attracted to the person. And like, he doesn't seem like someone who would lie to someone, and it feels sort of disrespectful, obviously, if you're going to go out with someone and then be like, I don't actually like you.
Move forward and build a life with. Does this girl know that I am super into dudes sometimes, or?
No.
Feels like you're setting him up for failure. I mean, just the way that he says it. I'm not gay, but I'm super into dudes. So like, should we tell her? Nope. And then now Tom's whole thing is that if he likes the girl, he's going to tell her because he feels like she needs to know, which is pretty respectable, I feel. Then she comes in, she walks in, little Emily, and Tom looks at her, and he looks at her like a gay man would look at a straight woman.
How are you?
That's right there, that look. That's how you look when you know that you're a gay man and that's a straight woman in the room.
When Emily walked in the door, my first impression was, this is a cute girl. I thought she was attractive.
Oh, okay. So Tom thinks she was attractive. Nice.
And that's such a relief.
Oh, that's Tom. Straight guys think that. Okay. She walked in the room and I thought she was hot. Whew. which is such a relief.
How do you guys all know each other?
Unbelievable.
So Tom's big thing was like to try and keep everyone from saying SSA. He's now trying to protect Emily from like asking those questions. And the first thing they do when they sit down, Emily's like, how do you guys know each other? And he's like, shit. And now he has to try and come up with excuses. Firstly, he just starts avoiding the question.
Jeff does work.
Why are we changing the subject?
No, I'm just because how do you say we all know each other through our mutual admiration of men?
And I could talk.
Say it like this. Hey, sister. I like you, but I'd rather date and marry a mister.
I love dogs.
I love dogs too.
Did you grow up with dogs?
Kind of, yeah.
What kind?
A wiener dog.
For whatever reason, Emily starts making random jokes. I feel like she now understands the gay jokes. She just, for no reason, she roasts Tom. After knowing him for 5 minutes, she's like, yeah, I grew up with wiener dogs.
That's a very appropriate one.
That's the kind of dog you should get, Tom.
And then Jeff doubles down on it because for whatever reason, they're trying to make their friend... I don't even know what they're doing here. Tom is trying his hardest, and Jeff is trying to ruin his shiznits.
Tell that there are a lot of shared experiences between the people at the table that I'm not privy to. I'm having a great time, yeah.
So there's a lot of inside jokes being told. Emily understands. She's like, look, there's something going on between these four men. There's some chemistry that's electric. It looks like they either should be in a boy band or only ever listen to them. So I don't know.
Are you?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Assuming that these are inside jokes and things like that.
Something like that, Emily. Something close to that. It's almost as if they're in a club dedicated to admiring other men and trying to make sure that their wives don't find out that they're indeed doing things with other men behind their backs. Yes.
I do like music.
I do too.
I've seen Les Mis a couple of times.
Well, that's pretty much, that's it. There it is. If a guy says, I like music, and you're like, what music are you into? And he's like, Les Mis. Then it's pretty safe to assume he's gay. I don't think that's a stretch of the imagination if the first artist you can name is Les Mis the show. I think that's a clue.
I saw Les Mis in London, and we paid like a third of the price for the tickets, and we saw a third of the stage. Tom seems...
You sassy bitch. Oh my God. Take me.
Like a really great guy. I would love to get to know him more one-on-one.
But Tom has a good date. Emily really likes him. And then Tom also wants to see her again. So he walks her out and he's like, well, I have to tell her.
A little awkward. I don't want to blindside you because I think you're like super sweet, nice girl. I don't know how to tell you this.
So while she's holding the flowers, he's like, it's time to tell you something. And it's a really awkward moment, but he has to do it. And he does it in the only way he knows how to. He's like, I'm attracted to men.
I deal with something called same-sex attraction. I'm attracted to men.
Thanks for telling me.
And just the look on her face when he says it, I feel like she's like, damn, how bad was the date that you switched sides fucking after the first date? Really? Really, Tom?
Yeah, it's kind of a bombshell, I realize, but actually all of those guys in there deal with it too.
Right.
She didn't even see him. She was like, right, yeah, of course I knew they were. But you? Oh, wow.
What is it that makes you want to continue on in the way you've chosen?
It's just what I've always wanted the most. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
What is it that you want the most?
Then Emily asks like a very proper question. She seems to take it very well, like extremely well. Also, props on Tom for like he didn't even wait 16 years like some people. She asks like what he wants out of this, why he still wants to even go forward with a girl. And Tom says like he wants to have a family and a wife and a kid.
To be married, have a wife, have kids, have a family. Just to live the way I think God wants me to live.
It's both sad and beautiful that this man said the words, I want to live I think the way God wants me to live. In one sense, I feel like I wish, just like Jay, who got out of this SSA thing, it's just as well that he lives like that. Just live the way you want to live. But on the other side, it's like, who am I to tell someone that what they believe in is not correct? And if you're happy with it and making those choices in your life that makes you feel like you can achieve your happiness or your peace, dude, I wouldn't, nobody's stopping you. It's not a bad thing. Seem like nice people. They hug it out and she leaves and he's like, I'll call you. But he says it instead of, like when you really like someone, you're like, I'll call you soon. He's like, pick up my phone and call you, I guess.
I'll give you a call soon.
I'll give you a call, okay? Alright, so at the end of the episode, I guess the whole series, we have a reflection by Tom saying he initially didn't feel he could do this, but it actually also takes the courage of other people accepting his lifestyle and choices, which I feel like I said, the women in this series, maybe they're a little delusional, but maybe you need a bit of that to actually get through something like this. So it's appreciated.
I think I'll always have some level of attraction to men, but I'm okay with that.
The last passing comment is that Tom thinks it'll be like a chronic thing that he will always be attracted to men, but he is okay with that. And I feel like at the end of watching a 40-minute episode on 4 people that are old enough to make their own decisions, it is weird in the Western society, but it's not illegal. And you know what? These people don't hurt anyone. So all power to all of these couples. I think it was a really funny look sort of at like something that most people in like current day society would be like, what are you doing? But I appreciate the insight and the willingness and openness for these people to actually do that and for us to look at it. So, thanks, I guess, guys. It's what a crazy world, right? I guess everyone's living with a secret. What's yours? Tell me in the comments. I want to read them. Thank you for watching. I hope I see you soon on another episode. Have a happy, beautiful December.
Truth be told,